The News Hour Special Edition.
Hello, good evening. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. This is the News Hour Special Edition this Saturday evening, and I'm Hina Gambhir. Viewers, in the 21st century, the art of war or fighting battles has changed. Crushing the enemy who threatens a nation's pride, ethos and sovereignty with the strong arm of the military is just one part. The other critical component is dominating the narrative. Operation Sindoor was India's first fist to force Pakistan into submission. The tougher part is unfolding in the post-ceasefire scenario. If Pakistan's bluster has to be demolished for lasting peace, India needs to construct a mood of the globe in its favor to isolate Pakistan. It also needs a united mood of the nation to convince people of Pakistan that their government, their army, their notorious ISI and terror ecosystem brought war and a defeat to their homes. To tell the world that India's narrative is propelled by a thriving democracy, the government has decided to send 7 all-party delegation-led MPs who represent the voice of people of India to key partner countries, including members of the United Nations Security Council. Now, these team leaders comprise of MPs drawn from India's political spectrum and democratic diversity. India wants them to be our special ambassadors to brief key foreign governments on India's twin stance that attacking ordinary Indians is an attack on India, and terror will invite punishment. It will not coexist with talks and trade. The success of Operation Sindoor has yet another silver line. India defeated Pakistan with a made-in-India defense prowess. Operation Sindoor's success can open a window for peace and an Atmanirbhar and Viksit Bharat. Sharing the list of the team leaders, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju on X said, "In moments that matter most, Bharat stands united." Those who will be leading the diplomatic blitz include Congress MP Shashi Tharoor, DMK's Kanimoyi Karunanidhi, NCP's Supriya Sule, all 3 from BJP's opposition. The other members are BJP's Ravi Shankar Prasad, Janata Dal United's Sanjay Kumar Jha, BJP's Baijan Panda and Shiv Sena's Shrikant Shinde. Jay Panda will be representing India in Western Europe. AIMIM's Asaduddin Owaisi will be part of his delegation. Listen in to what Ravi Shankar Prasad and Asaduddin Owaisi had to say.
This is a great foresight of the government of India, and particularly the Prime Minister, that he has trusted members of Parliament of all political parties mainly to go and convey to the world the whole strategy of India for peace, amity, and above all, tough action against terrorism.
हम लोग गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया हमारी देश को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं. कोई हम लोग MIM पार्टी, NCP पार्टी या वो पार्टी को रिप्रेजेंट नहीं कर रहे हैं. हम अपने मुल्क की नुमाइंदगी करने, मुल्क में क्या हो रहा उन देशों में जाके बताने के लिए, कैसा हमारे मुल्क में हमारी बेटियां बेवा हो रही हैं, हमारे बच्चे यतीम हो रहे हैं.
Congressman Shashi Tharoor upheld the spirit behind the announcement by saying he is honored by the invitation from the government. He said when national interest is involved and his services are required, he will not be found wanting. Listen in.
I look forward very much to playing my part. I have always said that when my services are required by the nation, I should not be found wanting. Nothing to do with politics and everything to do with our country's national interests. And national interests, to my mind, are always above everything else. Certainly informed them of the first call I got, which was 2 days ago. And I also mentioned to the minister who called me, who was a parliamentary affairs minister, that I assumed that he would be talking to the party leaderships of opposition parties, and he assured me that he would be.
But viewers, now centre's move to pick Congress party's Shashi Tharoor as India's special envoy, and his graceful yes to the invite hasn't gone down too well with the Congress party. Congress's Jairam Ramesh came up a discordant note, while the government's assessment is that Tharoor, despite being a congressman, is the most suited to head the outreach in the world's most powerful country, the United States of America. The Congress seems to disagree. How? Well, the Congress party claims the government had requested the party to nominate 4 MPs for the all-party delegations. The party named Anand Sharma, Gaurav Gogoi, Nasir Hussain and Amrinder Singh Raja for the task. Yes, the Congress admits that Tharoor was not its pick. Let's now take a look at Shashi Tharoor's credentials. He currently heads the Parliamentary Standing Committee on External Affairs. Before entering politics, he worked for nearly 3 decades at the United Nations. He also served as the Under Secretary General during Kofi Annan's tenure. In 2006, Congress-led Manmohan Singh government nominated him for Secretary Generalship of United Nations. Tharoor emerged a strong second to South Korea's Ban Ki-moon. Now that's not all. Many other leaders of the Grand Old Party are clucking their tongue. They are of the view that Tharoor should have consulted the High Command before accepting the proposal. Some have gone a step further. They are hurling accusations that Tharoor is not speaking for the Congress. Instead, he is acting as a spokesperson of the BJP. Listen in to the war of words.
There are many MPs, not only Shashi Tharoor is MP, that is why the question is being raised. That's up to the government. Already I have said that it's difficult to say that whether Mr. Shashi Tharoor is a spokesperson of BJP or Congress. Already I have said it.
तो कांग्रेस पार्टी इस मौके पर भी दल हित को और दरबारियों को देश हित के ऊपर रखती है। ये कांग्रेस की पेट्यूलेंट और पेटी बिहेवियर का परिचायक है। डॉक्टर थरूर ने तो कहा है कि मैं राष्ट्र सेवा के लिए हरदम उपलब्ध हूं, तो इसका मतलब उन्होंने तो IND इंडिया को INC के ऊपर रखा है।
Now, to expose Pakistan, India has had a history of leaders and parties rising above politics, stepping out of India to defend India in a united manner. Let's travel back to 1994. P.V. Narasimha Rao was the Prime Minister. Pakistan moved a resolution at UNHRC. It was out to brand India as a violator of human rights. Politics was extremely acrimonious at that time. But when it came to defending India in Geneva, Narasimha Rao picked not someone from the Congress ranks, but the then leader of the opposition, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, as the head, and Congress's Salman Khurshid and Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Farooq Abdullah. Vajpayee delivered a speech that crushed Pakistan. Then, in the wake of the 2008 Mumbai terror attack, India had sent similar delegations. Diplomacy won. Pakistan was grey-listed for the first time by the FATF. So the questions we are asking tonight, what has changed this time? Is it time to jettison unity? Will the chant ceasefire was India's surrender not empower Pakistan? And lastly, does being pro-India amount to being anti-party? And to discuss this, I'm joined by my guests here on the News Hour This Weekend edition. We have Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Karan Verma, who is an author, is joining us live right now. Tehseen Poonawala, who is a political analyst. We're also joined by Varun Purohit, who is a political analyst as well. Good evening to all of you. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. Tehseen Poonawala, I want to begin this discussion with you. Congress party was asked to suggest names. They gave 4 names. That list did not have Shashi Tharoor's name. I want to ask you, why do you think Mr. Tharoor is not fit for the task?
Hina, first of all, good evening. Thank you for having me on the show. Good evening to all my fellow panelists and to all your viewers. Yes, first of all, I would like to reach out to the Honorable Prime Minister and the present Union government. Fantastic move to send all party MPs across the globe to put India's position forward. Remember, we are the victims of terror. The whole issue started with Pahalgam. And I think this is fantastic because what Pakistan has tried to do is make this an India-Pakistan conflict, which it isn't. Asim Muni's hate speech, and the massacre at Pahalgam is what led to India's retaliation, and a fantastic retaliation. Now, as for Dr. Tharoor, I was of the opinion that not just Dr. Tharoor, but also Manish Tiwari should represent the Indian National Congress, also in Parliament whenever the session happens, whether it's a special session or the monsoon session. I personally believe that they should speak for the opposition, and it should not be a debate, but a constructive suggestion with the government, because there are some things that we could have the government or nudge the government to do better. So I was surprised that Dr. Tharoor's name is not in that list, particularly since we all know, and Times Now broke the story yesterday, that the Prime Minister and the government of India is coming out with such a list, and Dr. Tharoor's name is there. So I would think that it is common sense that Dr. Tharoor's name would be there, particularly because he's done such a fantastic job. And you know, Hina, when there's a crisis, we're not Congress or BJP. We're not divided by caste, religion, states, language. We all come under the common banner of the tricolour. And Dr. Tharoor was a fabulous representative of India. He spoke with sense, class, and gravitas. So I was hoping that the Congress represents him. Nevertheless, since the government has nominated him, and my friend Milind Deora, both of whom are ex-Congress, Milind Deora, I am so happy that they will represent our nation on the global stage.
So you also expected that in this kind of a list, Dr. Tharoor's name should have been there. And you said that we've been victims of terror. Now we are victims of terror, but the victims who are ready to punish as well, ready to retaliate as well. So our position today definitely is much stronger. And that's why, you know, we want this narrative to be spread across the world as well. And that's very honest of you, Tehseen Poonawalla, what you've said today on this debate. I want to go across to Varun Purohit as well. Varun Purohit, usually Tehseen Poonawalla से अगर हम सवाल पूछते हैं तो वो कांग्रेस को डिफेंड करते हैं, लेकिन आज वो भी अग्री कर रहे हैं दैट परहैप्स शशि थरूर जो है बिल्कुल राइट चॉइस होते इस लिस्ट के लिए जो कांग्रेस पार्टी ने सरकार को दी, लेकिन उनका नाम ही नहीं है। क्यों?
हिना जी, पहले भी शशि थरूर के मामले में अपना डिस्कशन हुआ है आप ही के चैनल पर। देयर आर डिफरेंट पार्ट्स। एक पार्ट तो है कांग्रेस पार्टी का और एक पार्ट है डेलीगेशन का। तो डेलीगेशन अगर भेज रहे हैं तो आपने जो एग्जाम्पल्स दिए मनमोहन सिंह की गवर्नमेंट के, पीवी नरसिंह राव गवर्नमेंट के, तो कांग्रेस के ही एग्जाम्पल्स दिए। और जो कांग्रेस के शशि थरूर भी कांग्रेस को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं। इसका मतलब बीजेपी का जो मैंने अभी से इतने साल से कांग्रेस के आदमी ले लेके सरकार बनाना, उनके आदमी लेके रिप्रेजेंटेशन देना, मतलब बीजेपी के पास कुछ है नहीं, खाली है बिल्कुल। और आप बार बार ये इश्यू जो क्रिएट किया जा रहा है, कांग्रेस पार्टी से आप नाम मांगते हो, उसके बाद फिर आप अपने मन से शशि थरूर का नाम डाल देते हो, तो ये इंसल्ट करने की जो बात कांग्रेस को बार बार मोदी काल में 10 साल में हो रही है, ये मोदी काल में करी, अटल जी के टाइम नहीं होती थी। आपने जो एग्जांपल्स दिए वो मैंने कहा कांग्रेस के लिए। आज भी कांग्रेस युक्त है भारतीय जनता पार्टी, उनके पास खुद की ब्रिलियंसी, खुद की लीडरशिप नहीं है। और रही बात कांग्रेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की, तो कांग्रेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को मैंने कई बार कहा, ज्योतिरादित्य सिंधिया के टाइम भी कहा, 6 महीने तक आप एक आदमी को प्लेटफॉर्म देते रहते हो, वो अब बिल्कुल पैटर्नाइज करते हो उसको, आपकी पार्टी को यूज करता है, फिर दूसरी पार्टी में सेटिंग करता है, चला जाता है। इसके लिए रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है राहुल गांधी की, क्योंकि मेन कंट्रोलर कांग्रेस पार्टी के वही है। शशि थरूर को जब आपने किया तो पार्टी डिसिप्लिन के अनुसार उनको खड़गे साहब से जाके मिलना चाहिए था कि मेरे पास ऐसा कॉल आया, व्हाट शुड आई डू। वो नहीं किया। वो इसलिए नहीं किया, मैंने कई बार कहा, क्योंकि वो कांग्रेस रूट से नहीं है। लोग ये कांग्रेस गैर कांग्रेस पृष्ठभूमि के लोग हैं, ये बाहर से आते हैं, कांग्रेस को यूज करते हैं और चले जाते हैं। इनमें वो फीलिंग आ ही नहीं सकती जो पार्टी कैडर के आदमी में आएगी। 99% जो पार्टी कैडर का आदमी होगा वो पार्टी की परमिशन, पार्टी की इंसल्ट नहीं होने देगा कहीं भी सार्वजनिक रूप से। तो ये शशि थरूर अपने आप को कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष भी बना दो।
On leaders like Shashi Tharoor as well. Tehseen wants to respond, but before that, a quick comment from Sanju Verma. Okay, Tehseen, okay, quickly make your point, then Sanju Verma.
Sorry, Sanju, just 10 seconds. But this is Sanju will have to play ceasefire between Congress versus Congress. The missiles are out. But look, you know what? I'm going to leave it to your viewers to judge. Shashi Tharoor is a 4-time Lok Sabha MP. Not a 1-time, not a 2-time, not a 3-time. And I'm going to be a little teenageish, 4 damn time Lok Sabha MP. Varun bhai, please, आप बीच में मत बोले. Varun bhai, मैंने आपके बीच में नहीं बोला, please. A 4-time Lok Sabha MP. If a 4-time Lok Sabha MP is not Congress, and those who can't win classroom elections are suddenly become the be-all and end-all of it, or are delusioned that they are some kind of Einsteins, then the problem lies elsewhere. not with Dr. Tharoor. I again repeat, he's a 4-time Lok Sabha MP, not a Rajya Sabha MP. And those who are attacking him can't win a classroom election. Let's be clear on this.
And he's also the chairman of Committee on External Affairs. He was nominated by the party only. So when earlier party thought he was fit to be the representative of the party in this very esteemed committee, then why did the party think that he's not fit to be in the list of MPs that should be given to the centre when centre wants a diplomatic outreach, when we want the best of our speakers to be out there telling the India story? Sanju Verma, yes.
Thank you. You know, Hina, the beauty of this debate is I never thought a day would come when I would have to actually be on a debate panel and speak on behalf of and in favor of Shashi Tharoor. As Tehseen has said, Shashi Tharoor, a 4-time MP, Shashi Tharoor, who was the Under Secretary General at the United Nations, Shashi Tharoor, who was given the Global Leader of Tomorrow Award by the World Economic Forum, Shashi Tharoor, who was the MOS External Affairs. सोचिए बीजेपी के राष्ट्रीय प्रवक्ता को शशि थरूर की तारीफ में कितना कुछ कहना पड़ रहा है।
संजू वर्मा, अब आप ऐसे भी मत बोलिए, क्योंकि शशि थरूर ने भी पिछले दिनों बीजेपी की, मोदी सरकार की भी काफी तारीफें की है। So I don't think you should have a problem with that.
No, you're right. Absolutely, you're bang on spot, Hina. That was said on a lighter note. But on a more serious note, let's be very clear. First and foremost, Kiran Rijiju had a detailed chat with Mallikarjun Kharge, who's the leader of opposition in the Rajya Sabha. This is something that has been endorsed by Jairam Ramesh as well. Kiran Rijiju did not like the names put forward by the Congress party. The names were Anand Sharma. ये वही आनंद शर्मा है हीना जिन्होंने कहा, so what if we gave away 30,000 square kilometers of Aksai Chin to the Chinese? So what in 1974 Indira Gandhi handed over on a golden platter Kachativu Islands to Sri Lanka. Second name इन्होंने जो कांग्रेस पार्टी ने सजेस्ट किया था, that was Nasir Hussain. Nasir Hussain ने जब अपना शपथ ग्रहण लिया था on the floor of the Karnataka Assembly, Pakistan Zindabad slogans were chanted and Nasir Hussain also participated in these Pakistan Zindabad slogans. Forensic audit was done which actually endorsed that yes, Nasir Hussain ने Pakistan Zindabad के slogan Karnataka Vidhan Saudha में लगाए हैं. The third, name that they suggested was Gaurav Gogoi. Come on, Gaurav Gogoi's wife, Elizabeth Colburn, has been a close associate of Taqir Ali Sheikh, an ISI agent who has for the longest time been an advisor to the Pakistani Planning Commission, but everybody knows he's a front for the Pakistan deep state. आपको और कोई नहीं मिला? गौरव गोगोई की वाइफ के खिलाफ हिमंता बिस्वा शर्मा has said we are going to set up an SRT. This is the same Gaurav Gogoi who's not a member of the External Affairs Committee, Hina, but still he was seen with Abdul Basit, the Pakistani High Commissioner, on umpteen occasions between 2011 and 2016. और गौरव गोगोई ने इसका जवाब नहीं दिया, apart from engaging in whataboutery and indulging in ad hominem attacks against Himanta Sharma. And then the fourth name, Raja Brar. Raja Brar is the same man who on umpteen occasions has endorsed the concept of Khalistan. तो जयराम रमेश को मैं ये पूछना चाहती हूँ, क्या खालिस्तान को एंडोर्स करने वाले, पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद के स्लोगन लगाने वाले, जो कहते हैं कच्छतीवू आइलैंड्स दे दिया, हुआ तो हुआ, आपको इन लोगों से बेहतर कोई और नुमाइंदा मिला नहीं? So if Kiran Rijiju, if the BJP government has decided on the name of Shashi Tharoor, we have every right to do it because we are governed by national interest, not by selfish hubris. Okay. And my last point, Hina, just last point. Shashi Tharoor used the word. He used a word for BJP. He said BJP Narad Muni वाली राजनीति कर रही है. तो जयराम रमेश जी, हिना गंभीर के शो के माध्यम से आपको कहूंगी, हम तो नारद मुनि हैं, which is 1,000 times better than आप जो कर रहे हो. You are trying to be शकुनी मामा, और ये आपकी जो शकुनी मामा वाली चाल है ना, ये धरी की धरी रह गई.
Okay. Now, I'll say one thing, politics creates strange debate fellows. And Karan, I want to ask you, do you think it is because of the kind of statements that Mr. Shashi Tharoor has made in the recent past, which did not seem to be matching with the statements that have come from the High Command or even the party president on a number of issues, be it about, what he said about the Russia-Ukraine crisis, and then how he also said that circumstances of 1971 are not the circumstances of 2025, when the Congress leaders started talking about 1971, started suddenly remembering Indira Gandhi after the ceasefire understanding was announced. Is that the reason why he is being sidelined? Is internal rift the reason?
So, Hina, this entire thing right here exposes what is wrong with the Congress party today, and it has been wrong for a very long time. It's only just grown up exponentially now. Any person of merit who has a grasp of issues, who understands, the Congress wants to sideline them. Can you imagine Shashi Tharoor, as Sanjuji said, was the undersecretary at the United Nations of which department? Communication and Public Information from 2001 to 2006. This is precisely what is required right now to communicate to the world, and the Congress party chooses to distance themselves from him. So this shows their pettiness. This shows that anyone who has ever been talented. We remember with what happened with Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. In his resignation letter on 10th of October 1959, he mentions this, that I have been sidelined on foreign policy issues. Somebody who was as brilliant as Dr. Ambedkar who have found himself in a corner in this party. What did they do with P.V. Narasimha Rao? Narasimha Rao stood above party line and chose Atal Bihari Vajpayee. But how did they deal with P.V. Narasimha Rao? Pretty much erased his memories, pretty much erased his legacy. That is the Congress party for you. That is why today the Congress party is struggling. They are sitting in the opposition. They are reduced to a pale shadow of themselves. But Varun ji को ये बात नहीं समझ आती. Varun ji आज भी झगड़ा करते हैं तहसीन जी से. तहसीन ji is a right well-wisher of the Congress party. He at least wishes for people, the right people to come up. He needs to introspect. Why has Jyotiraditya Scindia left this party? Why has Himanta Biswa Sarma left this party? Why has Milind Deora left this party? These were people who commanded respect across the aisle, across party lines. But they have all distanced themselves from the Congress party, and they continue to repeat that Congress party clips your wings the moment they see you are talented. And I want to ask one question to Varun Purohit ji. Why hasn't Rahul Gandhi come forward? Why hasn't the Congress party said Rahul Gandhi, who keeps touring abroad, the leader of the opposition, why does he not take the mantle of going abroad and articulating position for India? उसमें क्या दिक्कत है? क्यों नहीं ली राहुल गांधी ने ये वाली अपॉर्चुनिटी?
वरुण पुरोहित जी, जवाब दीजिए। और साथ में एक मेरा सवाल ये भी है कि क्या पार्टी लाइन इतनी जरूरी है कि नेशनल लाइन को डेंट किया जा सकता है?
देखिए ना जी, आपका प्रश्न का पहले उत्तर देता हूं। पार्टी लाइन इसलिए जरूरी है क्योंकि किरण रिजिजू ने पार्टी अध्यक्ष से, एलओपी से बात करी। उनको अगर पसंद नहीं आया, जैसे संजू वर्मा जी कह रहे किरण रिजिजू जी को डिड नॉट लाइक, अरे उनको उनकी पसंद नापसंद क्या करती है एक मंत्री की? वो वापस बात कर सकते थे कि मुझे ये जो चारों नाम है, अगर दिल्ली अभी जो डेलीगेशन पूरा बनेगा, अगर ये चारों नाम आ जाएंगे तो संजू वर्मा फिर क्या बोलेंगे? तो वो उनको बात करनी चाहिए थी, या तो आप बात नहीं करते। बात करके फिर
बताइए कि 1994 में क्या वाजपेयी जी ने पीवी नरसिम्हा राव को ये कहा था कि पहले मैं अपनी पार्टी से पूछ लेता हूं?
अब आप बात आ गई, उसी बात पे मैं आ रहा था। अभी राहुल गांधी का प्रश्न करण जी ने बात करी।
राहुल गांधी पहले सवाल का जवाब तो दीजिए। आपने पहले, एक मिनट वरुण पुरोहित जी, आपने पहले बोला कि किरण रिजिजू जी को पूछ लेना चाहिए था। फिर मैंने आपसे एक सवाल पूछा कि 1994 में जब अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी को कहा गया था, क्या उन्होंने ये कहा कि मैं अपनी पार्टी से पूछ के बताता हूं? क्या उन्होंने देश को पहले नहीं रखा?
अटल जी को जब बनाया गया था, जब भारतीय जनता पार्टी को नहीं कहा गया था कि आप अपने नाम भेजिए, एज एन एलओपी उनको रिक्वेस्ट की गई थी कि आप डेलीगेशन के लेके जाइए। ऐसे आप राहुल गांधी के साथ भी कर सकते थे। आप पार्टी को कह रहे हो नाम भेजो, फिर आप दूसरा नाम डाल रहे हो, हमको पसंद नहीं आया आपके नाम। ये जो एटीट्यूड है वही तो मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, मोदी काल के एटीट्यूड की। तहसीन भाई से मैंने झगड़ा नहीं किया। उनका जो 0.50% जो मैं हमेशा उठाता रहा हूं, आज से नहीं 20 साल से उठाता रहा हूं, जब आपकी डिबेट्स भी नहीं होती थी, ये जो राज्यसभा टिकटें दी जाती हैं 3-3, 4-4 बार जमानत जब्तियों को, उसका प्रश्न भी मैंने आपके साथ कई बार उठाया है। तो वो जो कांग्रेस को कंट्रोल कर रहे हैं वो है, इसलिए कांग्रेस की स्थिति ऐसी हो रही है। और मैंने तो राहुल गांधी के लिए भी कहा, जो करण भाई समझ नहीं पाए कि पैटर्नाइज कौन कर रहा है। आपको तो मिलिंद देवड़ा, ज्योतिरादित्य सिंधिया ये पसंद आ रहे हैं, वर्कर क्यों नहीं पसंद आ रहा? भाई मैं जानता हूं आपसे ज्यादा कांग्रेस पार्टी को, 3 पीढ़ी हो गई मुझे देखते देखते। मैं खुद एनएसयूआई यूथ कांग्रेस में रहा हूं। टिकट ही नहीं देते, कांग्रेस वर्कर को टिकट नहीं दे, आएगा कैसे आगे? आप उन्हीं को 4-4 बार, आप कह रहे हो 4 बार एलओपी सांसद हो गए, अरे दूसरे को टिकट ही नहीं दोगे कैसे सांसद होएगा वो? इन्हीं को दिए जाओगे, इन्हीं के बेटे बेटियों को दिए जाओगे। ये प्रॉब्लम कांग्रेस पार्टी में आ रही है। और फिर आप इनको पैटर्नाइज करते हो कि आप कांग्रेस के प्लेटफॉर्म को यूज करो, फिर ये बीजेपी में जाएंगे। आज संजू जी क्या बोली, मुझे बोलना पड़ रहा है भाई, 10 साल में तो नहीं बोलना पड़ा। शशि थरूर जब तो आपको ब्रिलियंट नजर नहीं आया, जब बिच्छू बोला आपको मोदी जी को जब नजर नहीं आ रहा था, क्योंकि आज केरला का चुनाव है और वो कांग्रेस से अपने आप को अलग दिखाना चाह रहे हैं, तो आपको शशि थरूर पसंद आ रहा है, कल चिदम्बरम भी पसंद आने लग जाएंगे। पर चिदम्बरम हुई चिदम्बरम, राजीव गांधी को छोड़ के जाने वाले चिदम्बरम, पार्टी बना ली थी अपनी तमिलनाडु में, और आज उनके बेटे को भी टिकट।
Do you think there is some problem as far as the functioning of the party right now is concerned? Maybe Congress party can consider replacing their current advisors, because if this diplomatic outreach, the way government is planning it, is successful, and we want it to be successful, and then if we will have Shashi Tharoor representing the country in the United States of America, when he comes back with his delegation, it will be also seen as that a Congress MP took India's message to the world, to the United States of America. Don't you think that's also an opportunity that Congress party is not able to see right now because of its internal rift, probably?
So, Hina, I'll divide this question into 2 parts. Number one, our great nation is ahead of Pakistan by decades in military strength, economic strength, cyber strength. But one place where Pakistan is ahead of India is misinformation, the kind of misinformation campaign they put out. And therefore, I'm very happy that the government of India decided to take this proverbial bull by the horns and send all party delegations across to put across India's point of view. Remember, we are the victims. And remember, we are doing the world a favor by eradicating terror in Pakistan. If we don't eradicate this terror terror will tomorrow go to the West. It's important this be articulated. And therefore, I leave it to the viewers of Times Now to think, who would be a better representative of India? Would it be somebody like Dr. Tharoor? Or would it be somebody else? Somebody who's perhaps whose only reason to go into the Rajya Sabha may have been reasons that he comes from for other reasons, not completely political. And therefore, I lead into the question that you asked. That to this also, if you look at the political party, think of political decisions. Well, a political party must think about what the mood of the nation is. And the mood of the nation, Hina, today I'm in Mumbai. Everyone are talking about what Dr. Tharoor's done, what Barkha did. She's, of course, now an independent journalist, what everybody else. They've seen my podcast. People are today happy that the opposition and the government are one. We need to take this momentum forward. If we break up this momentum, it's not in our interest. So why aren't we judging the mood of the nation? The mood also wants these people. So I think it is important that we look at the mood of the nation. Though I must add one last caveat. When Prime Minister Narasimha Rao sent late Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, then opposition leader, he also sent Salman Khurshid to along with him. And both of them won the case for India. And I'm grateful that the current Prime Minister is also sending Salman Khurshid. So I believe Salman Khurshid Saab is also going. He's also going to one of the nations.
I did mention that in my introduction, by the way, when I was talking about it. And Sanju Verma, it would have actually been a feather in Congress party's cap. But look what the Congress party is busy doing.
You know, Hina, first and foremost, with no offense to none, let me tell you, I have also been interacting with people across the age divide, across generations. I have been interacting with so many bona fide citizens, और हर कोई एक स्वर में एक ही चीज बार-बार दोहरा रहा है. It's so proud to be an Indian today. It's so proud to have somebody like a Narendra Modi at the helm of affairs. Pakistan को सच में मिट्टी में मिला दिया. Imagine in less than 23 hours, a nuclear power like Pakistan, its 11 air defense systems were paralyzed, its military assets completely exposed, its nuclear bluff called out fair and square, and its combat readiness completely demolished. I mean, hats off to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. मोदी है तो मुमकिन है, ये बात सच है. पर मैं कांग्रेस के लिए कुछ कहना चाहूंगी. एक चीज तो आई एग्री विद वरुण पुरोहित, कांग्रेस में जो जमानत जब्त हो चुकी है लोगों की, उनको राज्यसभा में भरपाई हो रही है. इसलिए कहती हूं, I don't even know, Hina, whether Jairam Ramesh has ever contested a Lok Sabha election, but Jairam Ramesh जैसे लोग और तपस्वी खेरा जो कि आंख गड़ाए बैठे हैं कि कब राज्यसभा में मेरी दाखिली होगी, ऐसे लोगों को कांग्रेस से दूर रखना चाहिए. But I am not interested in the internal politics of Congress. I am not saying I will support Shashi Tharoor in everything that he says. I am not saying I will support Supriya Sule in everything that she says. I am not saying I will support Asaduddin Owaisi in everything that he says or does. I am not saying I will support Kani Modi of the DMK in everything that she chooses to say or do. But at this point in time, if Kani Modi is going to represent India, not as a DMK leader, but as somebody who's an Indian citizen and is speaking on behalf of India, I will support her. Ditto goes for Shashi Tharoor, ditto goes for Asaduddin Owaisi, ditto goes for Eknath Shinde's son, ditto goes for Sanjay Jha of the JDU. So my limited point is, there are times when you need to cut through your political affiliations and think of the broader picture. You can't be missing the woods for the trees. Jairam Ramesh has a habit of missing the woods for the trees. Pawan Khera has a habit of spiting his face in order to show that his nose stands out. So these are the kind of people who need to be kept at bay. And let me say one thing to Varun Purohit, with no offense to him. The final decision will always be that of the government of the day. 1994 में जो डिसीजन था वो फाइनली नरसिम्हा राव ने लिया था. 2008 में जो डिसीजन था वो मनमोहन सिंह की सरकार ने लिया था. इसलिए 2025 में मल्टी पार्टी डेलीगेशन कहां जाएगी, उसकी कॉम्पोजिशन क्या होगी, कौन अमेरिका जाएगा या कौन मिडिल ईस्ट जाएगा, ये मोदी सरकार का निर्णय होगा. फेयर एंड स्क्वायर. वी आर इन पावर. कांग्रेस इज इन दी ऑपोजिशन. भूल जाओ कि आप कभी सत्ता में आओगे भी यदि यही आपका रवैया रहा.
Okay, well, these are different times that we are talking about. It is a time to display unity, national unity in front of the entire world, because it's extremely important. And viewers, it's a strange day today. Sanju Verma is empathizing with what Varunji said about deserving people not getting tickets in Congress. And earlier we heard Tehseen Poonawalla also, in a way, not really questioning Dr. Tharoor's choice as far as the centre is concerned. But Karan Verma, I want to ask you, isn't Congress also weakening Tharoor's delegation by calling him a BJP voice? We had a reaction coming in from Udit Raj.
Absolutely, and that's very unfortunate. I mean, taking shots at someone who stood by your party through thick and thin pretty much, and who's been a loyal Congress person. So that shows the character of the Congress party. And, Hina, one big message coming out, people always used to say that, will Narendra Modi polarize the polity? Today we are seeing Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister, as the great unifier. He has unified people across this nationalistic fervor, this nationalistic narrative. And at that time, for people like Udit Raj and others, taking pot shots at their own party members, then even, trying to denounce the country. Some MLA from Karnataka said, ye sab kuch hua hi nahi hai. That is very, very unfortunate. I don't want to give it much importance because we are marching towards a larger goal right now. But the Congress party really needs to think. If people like Varun Purohit, if they have a voice, they need to raise that voice. They need to ask this entire entitled family that is at the helm of it, till when are we going to take this? If they are not getting the job done, if they've lost 93 elections, if they are not able to unite with the country's sentiment, they need to be asked to leave and someone else perhaps needs to take over the party. We need a credible opposition, but they've lost all credibility. Till when Varun Purohit and the likes of him sit on news panels and say, sab bura ho raha hai, inke saath aisa ho raha hai. You need to raise a voice and take command of your party again. That's what they need to do.
Varun Purohit ji, how will you like to respond? Because Asaduddin Owaisi ko bhi aap dekh lijiye, despite a huge Muslim support, he is backing the government. He is going to represent the country. He said it today. But Congress ki taraf se wahi same petty politics.
नहीं ये गलत है नैरेटिव क्रिएट करना. खड़गे साहब और राहुल गांधी ने स्टार्टिंग से ही नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार को पूरा सपोर्ट किया, जाकर के मिले, सब बात करी, अमेरिका का दौरा छोड़ के आए. कांग्रेस की इंटरनल जो गड़बड़ी है वो अलग मैटर है. उसके जो अभी करण जी में मैं इनको पता नहीं है, 20-30 साल से राजीव गांधी के जमाने से बनती आई, नेहरू जी के जमाने से भी विरोध होता था. कभी आपसे ज्यादा डिस्कशन होगा तो बताऊंगा. तो वो चीज है, आप जो कह रहे हो सही बात है. इस समय मैंने भी उस बात को रेज किया. तहसीन भाई, आप सबको पता है कांग्रेस पार्टी को, कांग्रेस के जो ओरिजिनल वर्कर्स है, मूल कांग्रेसी वर्ड जो मैं यूज कर रहा हूं, जो कैडर से आए, उनको संभालने की जरूरत है। आपने जितने भी नाम लेते हैं हम रोज डिस्कशंस में, वो 99% मूल कांग्रेसी नहीं होता है, जितने भी एंटिस्टेंट बयान आते हैं उनमें से। तो उसको देखने की तो अब, क्योंकि कंट्रोलर तो राहुल गांधी हैं, तो उनको ही देखना पड़ेगा। खड़गे साहब को उनको सजेस्ट करना चाहिए।
लेकिन उस तरह के जो बयान आते हैं उनके खिलाफ कोई एक्शन भी नहीं लिया जाता है। आपने कहा कि शुरू से मिस्टर खड़गे, राहुल गांधी have supported the center after Pahalgam happened, but what we have seen, we've seen erratic statements coming in from other leaders. Despite the diktat, no action was taken. So what is it that the Congress party is trying to do?
मैंने वही कहा, पूरे राहुल गांधी या कांग्रेस की बात नहीं, पूरे राजनीतिक परिदृश्य को देख लो आप देश के। 8 बार, जो बार बार कहते हो ना 4 बार जीत के 8 बार का जीता एमएलए भी क्या बोल रहा है वो भी आपने देख लिया। सोफिया कुरैशी के लिए डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर क्या बोल रहा है वो भी आपने देख लिया। तो बीजेपी के भी कम नहीं है लोग, आज भी कोई ना कोई स्टेटमेंट देते ही जाते हैं। तो राजनीतिक परिदृश्य, मैंने इसीलिए इसको मोदी काल का, 10 साल में आपने देखा होगा जितने सामाजिक राजनीतिक जो मर्यादा है उनका अवमूल्यन जो हुआ है इस 10 साल में हुआ है, उसको आप चाहे राहुल गांधी अपोजिशन पे
यही पूछ रहे हैं आपसे, कांग्रेस के अलग मैटर का इलाज क्या है? व्हाट इज द सॉल्यूशन? देन आई विल गिव द लास्ट क्लोजिंग कमेंट टू संजू वर्मा। वरुण पुरोहित जी।
हिना जी, इसका सॉल्यूशन है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी को नेहरू जी, इंदिरा जी, राजीव जी की जो पॉलिसी थी उससे डेविएट नहीं होना चाहिए। आज की तारीख में नेहरू जी, इंदिरा जी, राजीव जी की पॉलिसी से डेविएट हो रखी है कांग्रेस और इस थर्ड फ्रंट की पॉलिटिक्स पे जा रही है, इसलिए कांग्रेस का थर्ड फ्रंट जैसा हो रहा है। अगर उन्हीं की
संजू वर्मा, क्लोजिंग कमेंट्स।
गांधी, नेहरू जी की पॉलिसी पे रहोगे चाहे कितना
बीजेपी। ओके हिना, I did not want to talk about Indira Gandhi today, but since Varun Purohit has broached Indira Gandhi subject, मैं बता दूं आपकी ऑडियंस के लिए, I will never get tired of saying this. Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw, the architect of the 1971 war, told Indira Gandhi, Bhutto has made a monkey out of you because Indira Gandhi succumbed to every ridiculous demand of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto and frittered away the gains of the 1971 war at the negotiating table via a lame duck Shimla agreement. 93,000 Pakistani prisoners of war were handed over on a golden platter to Pakistan by Indira Gandhi, but she did not have the audacity, the temerity to get back only 54 Indian prisoners of war who were left to languish and rot in Pakistani jails. इसलिए इंदिरा गांधी बनना आसान नहीं है, ये बात कहना बंद कीजिए। इंदिरा गांधी की पोल खुल चुकी है। She was not the iron lady that she's made out to be. She was a midget. She was a dwarf. She was a petty leader.
Okay, that is your point of view, Sanju Verma. I'm completely out of time. I'd like to thank all my guests tonight for joining us here on this debate. And viewers, it's clear this is not the time to fire nukes at political opponents. Unity pehle, politics can rest for a while. This is the time to display national unity in front of the entire world. We will slip into a short break. Thank you very much, Sanju Verma, Karan Verma, Tehseen Poonawala and Varun Purohit for joining us.
The News Hour Special Edition.